What did you tag me in?
I saw these guys in Pittsburgh.
I just tagged you on my personal page there, Joey.
Hey guys, I think we're live.
Ooh, like Guns N' Roses would say, live like a suicide. Nice.
Are we live?
Well,
Like that? Like that dropping?
Is this me?
is it?
I
Can you hear us?
I was down with this, like, kind of casual music, but I'm not.
It's kicking
There
in
we go.
now.
All right.
You ready to go?
No, I'm not ready to go.
You want something a little heavier than that?
Maybe we should tell everybody what we're doing here.
Yeah, Music Man. Pep it up.
No, not yet.
I'm just...
You want something a little hard while we're kind of just,
yeah.
hanging out, talking.
Crazy Train.
Have you guys read each other? Oh my God, if Crazy Train played, I would have been... Well, hey everybody, welcome to the Facebook Live version of our podcast. So you were witnessing us record our podcast that you can find any place podcasts are sold. I can confidently say that now.
We're giving away.
Giving away, yeah, pretty much. Hey, do us a favor, go on iTunes and like us, like our shows, and give us likes. Gets our podcast out there more.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's fun.
And for those of you who don't know, he's Mitch Rogers.
New to the show.
Joseph Brown, passing it to me. Super producer Mike Carroll. You skipped him. Mike Carroll in the back.
I'm on.
I'm Mike Carroll on the ones and twos. And I'm Jim Podratsky. It's us.
And we are Surely
We can't
be serious.
We almost took a side turn today. We actually had to procure the space.
Yeah, we put out
An APB. The song's amazing.
So we put out a post earlier that we were going to postpone the show,
Yes.
and then our studio space opened back up again.
And
So
by
we were
studio
able-
space, we mean office.
We were able to proceed as planned.
What do you say we do this?
Let's get this thing rolling.
All right, so what you're going to witness here, we're going to turn down these mics. Joey's going to play more music, but this music is going to be the intro to the podcast, if you will.
Which you can find us pretty much anywhere podcasts.
Yeah,
are
Spotify it. I mean, you can Google.
It's free.
Google Play.
YouTube.
YouTube. We are on
Google
YouTube.
Play.
We are on YouTube right now. All right. I'm cutting this out. Very, very good music choice there, Joseph. Here we go. I believe
Yes,
it's
sir.
maybe the sixth or seventh time we've come into this. I like it.
It's okay.
It could become our all, just every.
I'm not sure that's accurate.
It's pretty close.
Once or twice. This might be numero dos.
Arguing out of the gates. Welcome to Surely We Can't Be Serious, and we definitely aren't when we are arguing about Megadeth songs. I'm Mitch Rogers.
Wait a minute.
Wait, Metallica song.
Who
Sorry.
did you say sang this song?
I'm done. Just who are we, Joey? I can't do it anymore.
We are Surely We Can't Be Serious. On the ones and twos, super producer Mike Carroll, the big toe James Jim Podratsky,
Whoa.
Mitch
Boss man,
Rogers.
the boss man.
Mitch Rogers has the con behind the board, and I am Joey Brown.
That's all I got.
I don't really have a nickname for myself.
How about the Splinter?
The Splinter, I love it.
I kind of like that.
I don't get it.
I don't know. I
love
don't
it.
get it either. I just made it up.
Like a spy.
rat.
I think Splinter was a big rat, actually.
Well, yeah, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
My nickname was
Which is coming out again. Did you see that?
Yeah, there's one coming out
They're
in a month.
coming out with a version that's like the Spider-Verse. It's cartoonish, like very.
really.
It's supposed to be very good.
It's the animated version, and it's all about how they're like kind of like lonely, desolate
Correct.
kids, and
Correct.
maybe
A little darker side.
maybe a little
maybe?
more. Nah, I think it's a little
I'm
more
not
serious.
sure.
Serious stuff. A lot of people are complaining about the way it might be going. There's a lot of fans that aren't excited about it.
Oh,
I haven't heard that, but maybe you know better than me.
I don't. We don't get serious here. I don't even use this term.
Surely we
there's some
can't be
people-
serious.
There's
Don't
some
be
people that
serious.
think it's woke. That's whatever.
What's woke about
I'm
it?
gonna watch it. I don't know. I apparently with whatever trailers and stuff they've seen, but I'm gonna watch it. The animated version, the animated series of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that was in the late '80s and early '90s was amazing.
I agree.
The comic books were amazing.
Yeah.
So I like the Spider-Verse, and so I'm a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fan.
I'm all over it. Yeah, I'm excited about that.
And one of my original producers, Chris Crandall, shout out to Noodle. was in the second movie as an extra.
Was he really?
He was. It was filmed in North Carolina or South Carolina when he lived there.
That is fantastic.
It was the one he was in. I think he was in the scene. And correct me if I'm wrong.
Who did he play?
I think he was in the scene in the audience when Vanilla Ice was doing the "Go Ninja, Go Ninja, Go."
Stop it.
Yeah. So he said all the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles characters. It was live action, right? So they only wear the costume from the waist up. So he said, as a kid, it was just insane just watching these people with human legs run around with a.
I bet. Have you ever been on TV before? Any of you ever been on TV for
That's
anything?
a great
or a movie
question.
or anything?
Yeah, I mean, at school I majored in broadcast journalism, so I was on PBS a lot and something. And I was on Channel 3 in Loudoun County as well.
Is that where like Captain 20 was? Is that?
Hey man, I was on PBS. What can I tell you?
Captain Kangaroo?
Listen, save this. Can I table mine for a bit? My answer to this question is going to come up later in the show.
Whoa.
Okay.
A teaser?
It's a little teaser.
Did you guys set this up?
No, it actually
No, this
came
is organic.
completely organic.
Production.
Yeah.
Very nice, actually.
I've never, as a kid, I was. So, quick shout out, John Sock, lifelong friend of mine, first time listening to the show.
Oh, that's awesome, man. I just saw that.
Was actually my first time on TV was with him. We had a mutual friend. His name was Derek Fisher, and his mom had a respiratory illness. And she was trying to get a handicap parking spot or whatever. And there wasn't enough.
I don't mean to laugh. This sounds made up.
At the Giant by our house.
So were you on like Action Live News or something?
she reacched out to 7 on Your Side.
Oh, yeah, that's what I meant, 7 on Your Side. Yeah.
And they had a full camera crew come, and we were eating cookies in the kitchen while they were filming her story.
Wow,
Yeah,
dude.
that
That's
was
fantastic.
First time as a kid ever being
So
on
John
TV.
Saki's watching the show. We got quite a few folks that chimed in right away.
Joey, one time I went to the 7-Eleven off of Catoctin Circle in Leesburg, and a gentleman gave me a free Big Bite because he loved the Channel 3 show on high school sports that we did.
You were recognized.
He gave you a big bite.
And then I was on AM 1200.
Hey, where I come from, they call that doing the hibbity dibbity.
And
Let's go back to that real quick.
I was on Wage Radio. I'm like 23 years old. So I'm on this like radio show. I'm like the third chair, right, for this AM station. 300 listeners.
By the way, is he big leaguing us right here?
So we sit down, and I just roll in with this hot dog on this radio show, and they're like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Can't wait for you to ask."
You're big leaguing us right here.
Totally. One up.
Hey, listen, tell us as part of our. I don't know where this question came from, but tell us if you've ever been on TV. Steve Marco said he was on the Sailor Bob show in Richmond, Virginia, when he was 4 years old. Let's let us know if you've been on TV. I'm going to table my answer if you don't mind.
I tried to be an extra on Major League 2 when it was filmed at Camden Yards.
Were you there? Was that part of it?
They had an open casting call. You had to come in the first, 30,000 or 15,000 people got in, and I didn't.
That's a little foreshadowing for what I'm about to tell you.
Dude.
So what'd you guys do this weekend?
In a Major League, though, half the extras are they're cardboard cutouts, right?
Yes.
So they sprinkle you in like the live.
Yeah, and now they're all generated.
Like the COVID crowd.
Absolutely. And we got a lot of people chiming in for us. A lot of people seeing back in action. Oh, there's Kim Sullivan Rogers. Kids are saying, "Hi, Dad." You might want to. Good
Hi,
stuff,
girls.
man.
Hi,
Good
Harper.
stuff.
Hi, Rylan.
So-
Love you.
Tell me what's going on. What's new? Same old stuff.
Didn't do. Oh, you know what I did this weekend? I went to my first quinceañera.
Do tell.
Jeff Savage, longtime listener of the show,
Great friend of all of ours.
He's got twin daughters, and they turned 15, and they had a traditional quinceañera at the Piedmont Club. I had never been to one before.
Tell us. It was quite an ordeal.
If you've never been to a quinceañera, don't know what it is. It is the rite of passage when a girl turns 15, and it's her transitioning from being a young girl into a woman.
I'm so glad you explained this.
The first 5 minutes we're talking about big bites and
right. So now it's great. So he has two twin daughters, and it's a full-blown wedding, a quinceañera. Like he probably spent as much as a person would on a wedding.
that's insane.
So they bring
When
him
they
in.
turn 16,
15.
15.
So they bring him in, and they're sitting on a couch, and they're wearing flats.
Latin.
Is it Latin?
Latin.
Quince.
So they're wearing flats, and it's the parents come out and they take the flats off and they put high heels on them, and that is the symbolic gesture of them now becoming a woman. And they have first
high
dances.
heels.
Oh yeah,
It's foot pain,
and they have first dance with their parents, and it was
Wow.
really
dude.
nice.
Wow.
If I would, I'd get that foot doctor. Like a gift card.
It's your dad.
The good doctor.
The dad puts it on.
The dad puts the shoes
it's a
on.
gift, though. Like it's good.
I am. Tell us if you ever been.
They
to
get
a-
lots of presents and stuff too. Like
So what are the other traditions? What else do you do at the quinceañera?
It's just like a wedding. You have a full meal. There's dancing. There's a DJ. But as far as the actual quinceañera part, it's just the removing of the flats and putting on.
Do you give gifts? Is there?
Oh yeah, it's full blown like.
Right. All of their friends were there, and all the above.
Yeah, there's probably 100 people there.
Wow. Well, that sounds like fun.
It was. Super producer Mike Carroll was there as well.
Absolutely, Mike. You confirmed these goings on.
Libations. I mean, it's
libations.
It was similar to what I would consider a 15-year-old wedding to be like.
Yes.
Lots of.
Let's hope for none of those.
Lots of fancy dress. Lots of dancing.
Quinceañera crashers.
There was some imbibing of the
all.
adults, which led to more dancing.
I'm sure. So we got a couple of people chiming in. Double Quince. Quinceañera is a celebration of a girl's 15th birthday. Cultural roots in Mexico and Spain. Widely celebrated. We got all kinds of people giving us the dates.
I like this.
Good stuff, man. I was in Pittsburgh over the weekend.
That is cool.
So great, man.
Do tell.
So great. I got the lid.
The bird.
Got to watch my Pirates play. Almost bought a hat that said Yuns on it. I thought that would have been very appropriate for me to wear for the show.
Mike might have taken it away from you.
I got to tell you, though, you guys, we've had this discussion. Mike knows this. PNC Park is such a gem. Again, I'm a baseball fanatic, but PNC Park is so perfect. It's just really, really great. My wife loved it. My kids love it. It was a little bit hot, and the Pirates didn't play well. But, it was good. It was a good day, man.
It'd be better
Actually,
if the product was better.
Yeah, that's for another podcast, but we could talk about that forever. We had a blast, though. Pittsburgh's fun, man. It's, you can't beat it. I got to see my family. It was really nice.
Yeah, and some summertime in the city with the Pirates playing, for better or for worse.
But tell me you guys agree with this. When you drive into Pittsburgh and it's cloudy and rainy, it looks miserable.
Oh, yeah.
You drive into Pittsburgh when the sun's out and it looks like the most majestic city ever. Mm-hmm. I was praying to God. We were coming from Johnstown there, and it was raining the whole way. I said to my kids, God, just please let the sun come out. Sure enough, sun comes out. It's fantastic.
Please tell me you took the southern route so you popped through the tunnel.
I did. Went to the Fort Pitt. Went to the Fort Pitt
right?
tunnel. It's such
now.
such a great view. It was awesome, man. So good.
Yeah, that view is amazing. Anytime we left Morgantown and went north, that was the view we would always get. Anytime I came from
coming
here,
through the Fort Pitt tunnel,
you didn't get that. We always went a different way.
So Ricky asked, "How long is the drive from Virginia to Pittsburgh?" Mitch and I talked about this. What, 4 hours?
To the
right about
city?
4 hours.
Right?
Rick,
Yeah.
four and a half.
If you fly without any, you can get it under 4.
Yeah.
To the city, and then when I go visit family, it's always 20 minutes somewhere else. So I always go 4.5.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I was just you got to stop at the greatest Midtown or whatever intersection.
Breezewood.
I
got to tell you though, there's chinks in the armor.
I mean,
there's like 2 stores that have closed down. It's a mess there now.
Yeah,
welcome to Middle America.
Crawford's Gift Shop, fan of the show, still resides. It's a log cabin that the Roonies look like they threw up all over the place.
Nice.
Everything you want that has black and gold on it is at that.
I go there. So our Time Hopper Facebook, Kim, it was like 14 years ago, and Kim was like, we're not allowed to stop to go pee, but we've been here for 35 minutes, and it's me in the very back, where you go to like
there and stuff.
Or even they have just so much stuff in the back.
What about you, brother? How was your weekend?
My weekend was good. Like the first part was just kind of just like Joey, just neighborhood, just chilling with neighbors. Going to our friend has a nice pool, and we went over there like Friday and Sunday, and the kids had a lot of fun. So
nice, man.
Kind of just chillaxing a little bit.
So what do we got coming up? We got sporting events. We got new movies coming out. I got to tell you, we talked a little bit before the show, but they're saying the best movie of the summer is Tom Cruise Mission Impossible.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That or Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer comes out tomorrow.
What are they calling it? Barbenheimer or whatever they're calling it. So Barbie and Oppenheimer both open up this weekend. So they benefited this thing and made it into a.
So they opened up. My daughters can't wait to see Barbie. I can't wait to see Oppenheimer. But again, I'm telling you, there's a lot of people saying that Mission Impossible. What is it, 7 or 9?
7
is the most action-packed movie. Yeah, it's supposed to be amazing.
Yeah.
The Dole.
Yeah. So I've watched all of them over the past week because they're all on TV now.
Which begs the question, though. What's the best Tom Cruise movie?
So here's I'm going to be honest with you. So I've only seen like half of the Mission Impossibles.
I haven't seen any of them.
So I think when he jumped on the couch with Oprah, I went on a little Tom Cruise like funk and just didn't watch a lot of his movies. I've gone back and now watched a lot of them, but in Mission Impossible I have a gap in. We can't wait to like fill that gap.
Yeah.
So you will be shocked.
That's what she said.
If I
can't do that to myself. Right?
If I told you that I compiled a list, actually it's a great list. It's a list of my top 10 favorite Tom Cruise movies. But rather than going with giving you the movie, I think I have to give you his character name in the movie.
I love this.
You think we could roll from that?
Yes, absolutely.
I think it would be good.
As long as
So
it's
hold on,
not
I
nine
got to
Mission
tell you though.
Impossible characters.
I got to tell you. Oh, look, we've got video.
Oh, Mike.
All right, so listen, I got to tell you though. We need our listeners to chime in. I am not giving these away.
Have we
And they are
recognized?
not layups.
Have we recognized that Tom Cruise is not just fully back? He's the savior of Hollywood and is fully back. From,
Yes.
I would agree, 1,000%.
I mean,
Right?
he is the number one Scientologist. Like for
Why does it got to be about Scientology?
I think Maverick brought him full back.
yeah, and I think that because we can't. The elephant in the room is he did go away. Popularity wise, he went away for a little bit, but you can't deny his
right.
movies.
So this is my top 10.
Okay.
Okay. So
Okay.
again, you guys, and there's no layups here. These are some tough ones.
I did no pre-research.
Okay. You don't need to do any pre-research, but listen, fans, please chime in because these two are not going to. Did you cheat?
No,
All right. Number 10, the character's name that he plays, Joel Goodson.
That would be Risky Business.
Risky Business.
Oh, is it?
Look at that.
Joel.
Look at number 10.
Yeah.
Very nice, Joey.
You know,
So
Joel, sometimes you just got to say, what the F?
I think that Joey's going to dominate Mitch.
And
in
him
this.
and Rebecca De Mornay like really dated.
Rebecca De Monet. Yes, agreed. Ricky Yoder said, save it, Rick. It's coming up. Number 9, the character he plays, his name is Steve Randall.
Steve Randall.
Very hard.
Hold
Steve Randall. Give it some thought. Anybody knows Christy Sipes, you better get this. Steve
Outsiders?
Markwith. Yeah, is that your final answer?
Yes.
The Outsiders is correct.
Wow.
Mitch Rogers.
More from the
Look
book.
at him. Look
more
at
from more from the book than the movie.
Mitch, fantastic.
That's when I used to
All right,
read.
it's a 1-1 tie.
The last time I read a book was then 40 years
1-1
ago.
tie. Ready? Number 8. Cadet Captain David
taps.
Shawn.
You should have said cadet.
Did you guys both know this? Look at that picture of him.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Christy Sipes got Outsiders.
Yeah, as soon as you said cadet.
All right. So the first 3 were kind of easy. I'm down to my number 7 movie. This is a tough one. Vincent Lorio.
Color of Money. Come on.
Yeah.
Clearly, I didn't do a very good job with these. I just think Joey's up on you 3-1.
I just love Tom Cruise movies.
I know you do. I should have done a better job with these. Number 6, only for Mitch, not for
No,
Joe.
I'm fine. I don't need a handicap.
Charlie Babbitt. Ricky Yoder already got it.
Oh no! Hold on! No!
Charlie Babbitt.
I'm talking like him right now. I'm Charlie Babbitt. Rain Man.
Rain Man. I got Mitch is back in the mix.
The Rain Man.
Ricky Yoder. I told you to save it. There you go.
Tell me I gave it to you.
That's my number 6 movie. Number 5, Tom Cruise. Joey, you cannot answer. You have a 30-second delay.
No, he's a lot.
Ron Kovic. Don't.
Born on 4th of July.
Yeah, dude. I think it's all tied up now. I thought our listeners would have to. All right, so our top 4, there's 2 layups and my favorite of all time. But number 4, Daniel Coffey.
The Firm.
Is that your final
Daniel,
answer?
what is it?
Coffey.
Oh
No, it's,
no.
say it.
No, I know.
It's not The Firm.
Yeah, you can't handle the truth.
Yeah.
Oh, what movie's that?
It's
A Few Good Men.
Whatever.
You can't handle the truth.
Yeah.
All right, number 3, Les Grossman.
Oh, come on. Tropic Thunder.
Yes.
Damn, Mike, I thought these were going to be hard.
I
for
thought that was
anybody.
gonna be a stumble.
I don't think so.
So he's reprising that role.
I've
by the way.
actually read about
Yes.
And in a much fun state of mind at 1 a.m. Ian and I just watched Tropic Thunder.
Did you
My
really?
brother-in-law like 2 weekends ago.
Excellent. Hey, listen, this is number 2, and Joe, you cannot answer. You cannot answer. How about that? You just can't answer because it's Joey and I's favorite. He knows why it's my number 2. Stacey Jacks.
Stacy. All the right moves. I don't know. What is Stacey Jackson?
Stacey Jacks?
Could not have timed
I
that
can't
any
have
better.
timed this any better.
Oh
Does
my
anybody hear
God.
what's playing in the background?
I do now.
That's unbelievable.
Holy
If you
crap.
thought we were comedic geniuses,
That is unbelievable.
Stacey Jacks.
No,
Take a guess.
Rock
of
of Ages.
Ages.
Oh, I
The
hated
song.
it.
Look at him right
Yeah.
there.
I don't think I ever watched the whole thing. I hated it.
Oh, it's fantastic.
What?
And Rock of Ages was on by Def Leppard. How does that?
That movie made me realize that I love musicals.
Thank you, Chris.
I've never seen that movie.
That's my number 2, Tom Cruise. My number 1, I don't know that Mitch can answer. Stefan Georgievich.
Yes, I can.
No, his name is Lestat in that one. Somebody give me this. Joey, do you know this?
Yes, I don't.
Stefan
I'm
Georgievich.
Is it a
Oh, I love the song.
is it a fantasy movie?
I will tell you this. It's not a fantasy movie.
What was
It's a movie that I tried to be an extra in, and it was filmed. I'm going to give it away. His name was Stefan Georgievich.
is it
Somebody, but thank you, Steve Markwith. He knows.
This is your
Filmed in my hometown,
This is your
Johnstown, Pennsylvania.
favorite-
Because
All
it
the
was
Right
filmed-
Moves.
Yeah, all the right moves.
Right.
Yeah, thank
That
you.
was his name?
Steph.
You
Yeah,
got it.
Stefan George. Look at him right there.
Markowitz got it.
Don't you remember the scene where he dates Leah Thompson and the guy goes, "Hey, Steph, what's the matter? You getting tired of that pole lock?" Yeah.
Oh yeah. I love that movie.
I missed one.
So you did really well. How about this though? That was I tried to get in that movie. They filled the Point Stadium in Johnstown. The scene where they play in the rain. They had all the extras up there. That was my. That was the only
And I
time I
knew
would
any
have been.
refreshers, and I know you did.
Yes, Fred Vasquez.
A lot of it.
He said 6'2" stack
So
monster.
I probably missed 3, but it took me
Yeah.
longer. But the Outsiders is pretty damn good.
Yeah, I didn't.
So-
I wouldn't have been able to answer that. I didn't know that.
By the way, I didn't go with Vanilla Sky. I didn't go with Cole Trickle from
Vanilla Sky.
from Days of
Days of
Thunder.
Thunder.
I didn't go with.
Maverick.
I could have gone way deep.
Talk
though.
about movies.
Ethan Hunt.
I would
Ethan
never.
Hunt,
Has
yeah.
anybody ever watched Vanilla Sky twice?
So hold on. Have you watched it?
Yeah,
I thought it was good.
I did too. But would you ever watch it twice?
No, I mean Cameron Diaz makes me.
Kind of like Eyes Wide
I don't
Shut.
like her.
Eyes Wide Shut.
Shut.
You wouldn't watch that twice.
I never
so
watched
good.
it twice.
Oh, there you go. So hey, tell us the names of the movies like Brian Flanagan,
Cocktail.
Cocktail.
That's
All right, I
great.
missed
That's
that, Chris.
amazing.
Way
That's
to go.
amazing.
Chris,
Give us your Tom Cruise character names right now. Yeah, Brian Flanagan. What else did we miss?
What's the what is the fantasy where
He's in.
there's like a white horse and he's young. It's like 1984.
It's gonna
or
drive
5.
me nuts.
I used to
So hold
watch it all
on.
the time.
His name in Interview with a Vampire is Lestat.
Yeah.
I don't know what his name is in that fantasy movie, but I know what you're talking about. Doesn't it have David Bowie in
What's
it?
the amazing movie with Emily Blunt?
The one where he goes over and over and
Yeah, it's
over.
like Groundhog Day.
Edge of Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Edge of Tomorrow.
That's amazing.
David
movie.
Shawn. What is his name? David Shawn. What movie is that? Fred Vasquez just gave us David Shawn. Is that?
Is that the one where he's with?
is that with the taxi cab guy with? Jamie Foxx.
Jamie Foxx.
I think you're right.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
what is the name of that movie? Mike, we need some help.
Starts with a C, I think.
It's where he's the cab driver.
Mike, could I have a beverage if you will?
Oh, Jack Reacher. Yeah.
Oh, he's David Shawn in Taps. Oh, Fred, yeah, I got that.
Jack Reacher.
I'm
Collateral.
sorry. We called him Cadet Captain David
Oh,
Shawn in
yeah.
Taps. Yeah, Collateral. Collateral. That's pretty
That's a
good.
great movie.
What isn't he in an Irish movie like Over the Hills and
With his wife,
Nicole Kidman?
Nicole Kidman. Something the
Eyes wide shut.
No, Eyes Wide
No.
Shut is with Nicole Kidman.
Over the hills and far away.
It's like over the
No, what is
Far
it?
and Away.
Far and Away.
Far away. Over the
All
hills
right,
and
so
far
what are
away.
the five?
His
what are
name
the-
in that movie was Joseph.
Legend was the fantasy movie.
Yes, I watch that a lot.
Joseph something Far and Away.
So what are the 5 worst Tom Cruise movies?
I didn't like Oblivion.
Cocktail?
Joseph
No,
That is
Cocktail's
my-
amazing.
my
No,
top
no, no,
5.
no. Cocktail's amazing.
Oblivion?
Eyes Wide Shut is awful.
And Eyes Wide Shut is not awful. It's got a
I like
young, it's got a young, what's her name? Mila Kunis in it.
does.
That in its own right.
Like a
What's-
cock party. I'm like,
What's the other
not interested.
futuristic one where he's like swiping the screens?
Minority Report.
Minority Report.
Yeah,
That would be
I
very good.
wasn't.
I
into
thought
that.
Minority Report belongs on the bottom 5. What about?
But still good. Like his bottom
Has
5.
he done an absolute bomb? Has he done a movie that's? Oh God, I love this song.
Somebody Google his Tom Cruise box
Mike,
office
tell us.
bomb.
Has he ever done a movie that's an absolute bomb?
It doesn't feel like he has.
I mean, Oblivion or any
Mission
of those.
Impossible right now has 97,
Oh, what about
96
War
on
of the
the-
Worlds? That was pretty
Oh,
good.
that was
That's a good
fantastic.
movie, man.
Yeah, I thought so too.
He doesn't-
Google, it's Legend.
Legend is his biggest flop.
Yeah, because
The movie made 23 million. It spent 24 million.
All right, so I would say that's a bona fide flop.
Is that his only one? I mean, good lord! I bet you lost the studio $1
His
million.
only Academy Award was for Rain Man.
That's your water world.
Has he had an Academy Award?
Did he win? He didn't win for that.
He has no.
He's never won one.
He's never won an Academy Award. Not for Interview with a Vampire. Not for Rain Man.
It's because the Academy also, from being all mixed up in their other dumb crap, like whatever, they suck. They don't give any blockbusters any credit ever.
I'm shocked by that. He's never.
Like, I mean, look.
Not for Born on the 4th of July.
Oh, that was a great.
Are you sure he didn't win that?
Hold
Like,
up. First off, not a great movie.
Oh, I loved it.
I didn't like that movie.
Well, I like
Here comes
conspiracy
Righteous Mitch.
movies.
2 IPAs in.
Yeah.
It's not that bad of a
You weren't
movie.
Oliver Stone. I was Oliver Stoned out at that point. All in.
Why? From what? Platoon?
Platoon's amazing.
Okay, what were you Oliver Stoned out on then?
JFK, what it was, the assassination movie. He was all everywhere for like 3 or 4 years, but I did not. I just didn't like Born on 4th of July. I didn't like the.
So our fact checker Steve Mark with this, never one has been nominated. Oh my gosh, The Last Samurai mentioned that is the worst movie he's ever done.
This makes no sense.
The Last set. Thank you, Fred. Fred joined late. I was like, that is so.
Jack Reacher upsets a lot of people because Jack Reacher was like 6'5", and you cast like 5'6". So in the comic books,
is that a book? Is that a comic book?
book.
Oh, I didn't know that. So I think. See you later, Ashley. Thanks for chiming in. Last Samurai and Legend and Minority Report seem to be our.
The Mummy's coming in.
Oh,
at
The
Monetary
Mummy.
Loss, too.
The Mummy.
He was in The Mummy.
He did a different version. It was. Yeah. Actually, I'm gonna look that up.
But man, he's box office gold right now. I mean,
He's always been box office.
I mean,
gold.
Top Gun. Good lord, we haven't even mentioned it.
Here's a couple movies that he made cameos in that he's uncredited for.
Give me these. I actually looked at it
I'm
though.
cheating right now. Really?
I know. I looked at it.
Young Guns.
He's in Young Guns.
Where? I was obsessed with that movie.
He was one of the. He's uncredited. He's just a random guy in a shootout.
Oh man, I need to fact check all this
Yeah,
stuff.
the Mummy reboot. Everyone's screaming about the Mummy.
Oh,
right
he
now.
was in Austin Powers. He was.
Yes.
He played a Hollywood version of that.
Yes,
That was
yes.
fun. That was fun.
Rock of Ages. He's not a cameo in that. Endless Love. That was his.
With Brooke Shields
Was
and
that his first movie?
That might
Yeah,
be.
that would have
might
to
be.
Yeah.
So I would say it would be that Taps
Taps.
and then Risky Business.
Yeah,
The Outsiders. Why would that
The
be a
Outsiders.
cameo?
because he's not a main part of the Outsiders at all.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. I think we've done an homage to Tom Cruise. We've done it
Tropic.
very
And
well.
Tropic Thunder's number one.
Tropic Thunder is amazing.
So, are you going to see Oppenheimer? Are you excited?
Yeah. Oh, I'm excited. I want to see Barbie, but not at the theater.
you?
But Oppenheimer, yes.
Do you have a problem with the whole Cillian Murphy's age and Florence Pugh's age? Them doing nude scenes.
No.
So apparently he's 45 and she's 25.
No. Not at all.
Actually, the question was, what are the 5 worst Tom Cruise movies? Now we're talking about nude scenes between 45 and 25-year-olds.
No, I'm just more into seeing a great Christopher Nolan movie that is cast so perfectly.
So you're not
well.
Christopher Nolan out?
No, not Christopher Nolan. A lot of people were Oliver Stoned out at that point.
You gave me one movie. Yeah, you couldn't give me more than one.
That was it. We gave you 2.
Boy, that's a lot to be Oliver Stoned out on.
It was every summer, and he's just.
You gave me 2 movies.
But he's a conspiracy
Mitch is
theorist,
often Oliver Stoned.
leftist. It was just. I didn't need to see.
Days of Thunder. Actually, I hope that's on the good side, not the bad side.
Days of Thunder is amazing.
He actually said he's considering accepting scripts for a Days of Thunder 2.
Oh, I think I heard this.
Yeah.
They're actually doing a lot more with like some of the live NASCAR drivers that they want to do.
Exactly. He was on the red carpet for Top Gun 2 Maverick, and they asked him the question, and he's like, "I've read a couple scripts. We're just waiting for the right one."
How old is he? 62.
He's got to be
62,
mid-60s. Yeah,
And they said the action that he does in Mission Impossible is unbelievable.
all of his own stunts.
Yeah.
If they
Insane.
did,
Sacrilege. Ashley Spanger
Turned
said she can't
61
stand
on
Days
July
of Thunder.
3rd.
That is,
he
Ashley,
literally-
you're banned from the show.
he would literally
Straight
roll
forward.
right into the Robert Duvall part of Days of Thunder.
Yeah.
Like he would become that, either that or an owner. But I think he would literally be Robert Duvall Part 2
Correct.
and an homage to him. That would be
And they
amazing.
somehow bring him back
An
behind.
homage.
They kind of somehow bring him back behind the wheel.
locally owned.
Bobby
and loved.
Duvall lives.
Bobby D.
Speaking of local stuff, maybe we should talk about some of our sponsors, JoJo.
Yeah, sure.
Some of the people who help us pay the bills.
So let's start with a local hidden gem in downtown Haymarket. Hungry? Looking for a hidden gem in Haymarket? Try Hidden Jewels. Local, organic, natural cuisine for everyone.
Cuisine.
Located on Washington Street in Haymarket, Virginia. Hidden Jewels Cafe is committed to providing organic, locally sourced meals that are both affordable and delicious. Hidden Jewels.
Nice.
So good.
So,
He's so proud of it. He likes it.
I got to tell you. So we don't. Hey, we don't. We're gonna keep the sports.
Like unsolicited.
We're gonna keep the sports to a minimum. But I once a year I ask for 3 minutes about soccer. Can I do my 3 minutes of soccer real quick?
Everyone that's watching knows that we love sports, and we just have to hold it in.
But let me just tell you,
Yes.
tonight.
and the Open Championship. You can talk
Tonight,
about.
we're gonna
Big
get there in a
soccer
second. Huge soccer week tonight. The MLS All Stars play Arsenal, right? Like 45 minutes from us. Arsenal's actually suiting up a good squad. So 2 new signees are playing. Saku's playing.
Yeah.
I mean, I would go just to simply watch
Where's
Arsenal.
it at?
It's at DC United Stadium, so right by Nats Park. That's happening. I think
I was
it.
there last night for the skills competition.
Yeah.
Is that Audi Field, you mean?
Audi Field.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a great venue.
Yeah, and at the same time, Wrexham, the quote unquote Ryan Reynolds and what's his name's baby,
Rob McElhenney.
not Rob McElhenney. They're playing Chelsea and Carolina Stadium tonight. Huge, sold out, standing room only. It's kind of cool to see some of the soccer squads getting ready. It's really taking off, man. I'm not sure how you feel about
tomorrow.
tomorrow is the
Tomorrow's Messi's first
start
game.
of the Women's World Cup and Messi.
And Messi's first
This is
game.
Friday World Cup. tomorrow.
So, but there's not. I mean,
Tomorrow's Thursday.
we've got 2. Well, no, but it's 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Tonight at 3 a.m. is the first game of the Women's World Cup.
Also,
So the whole New Zealand is the host country.
so we need to figure out a way to like stay up all night long.
I can't wait. So I've got a little game for you guys.
Because also, right, what time do the kids tee off?
So
for
the
Open
first
championship?
tee off of the Open tomorrow morning is 4:15, and at 3:00 is New Zealand in the first women's match.
What do they call in the alphabet? The first letter is it amphetamine?
So in like 7 hours it starts?
How do you
yeah,
stay up
literally
this-
in 7 hours.
Meth? What do we do?
We can do something, I'm sure. I mean, yeah. So listen, I got a few fun facts for you here. Do you guys have a second? We do a little.
Sure,
We'll,
yeah.
we'll do, Mike. We're gonna do a little fun version of sports here.
We're at 10,312. Let's see where we
All
are.
right, let's see if we get up and down. So I'm going to give you a name, and you got to tell me whether it's A, somebody playing in the Women's World Cup, B, somebody teeing off in the British Open, or C, it's completely made up.
Oh, you put the C in there? That's not fair.
All right, so ready? We're going to start with
They can't do the C.
and you guys can decide. You guys can go against each other or amongst. The first name is Kaylee Samuja.
Women's World Cup.
Samuja.
Can you use it in a sentence?
Mitch's vote is Women's World Cup. Joey, what is your vote? Kaylee Samuja.
Take the made up ones out.
Yeah. No, I think it's World Cup.
World Cup, 2 votes, both wrong. Kaylee Samuja tees off at 10:54 tomorrow from Finland. He's the amateur qualifier. He won the European.
Spell this name.
Kalle with an accent on the E.
It's Kelly.
It's
Kelly.
Kaylee Samuja.
It's Kelly.
All right, you guys are both 0-1.
Kelly.
All right, next name.
He said Kaylee.
Next name. Nacho Elvira.
Oh, God, I hope this is real.
Nacho Elvira.
Please.
Ashley, just chime in. You can guess one way or the other. Nacho Elvira.
I'm going with Ladies World Cup.
Ladies World Cup is Mitch's vote.
Yeah, I'm going World Cup as well again.
You are both wrong.
Why didn't you just
Good
go
Lord.
somewhere else?
Nacho Elvira
I'm trying to get him
is
right.
number 31 on the European tour. He plays from Spain. He'll be teeing off at 10:32 tomorrow.
Oh, Nacho.
Nacho
Nacho is
Elvira.
Is it
Nacho Elvira.
Oh my god.
Mike, get us a picture of Nacho Elvira to prove that we're right.
Nacho cheese.
Nacho cheese. Okay, ready? Number 3, Alex Poop.
P-O-O-P?
P-O-O-P. Alex Poop.
That's definitely World Cup.
World Cup is the guess for Joey, Mitch.
Let's go through the World Cup.
You are correct.
Yeah,
Ding, ding,
we
ding.
just do it every time.
Alex
Yep.
Poop
We'll
is,
be right. One out of
by the way, Alex Poop is the superstar from the German team. There's Nacho Elvira, in case you want to see him. Listen, Alex Poop is the 3rd best player in the entire tournament.
Elvira.
Mike, can you pull up Alex's poop?
Elvira.
Alex Poop plays for the German team, and she plays for Wolfsburg. She's not. Alex Poop is nice.
Okay.
What
Okay,
is it?
number 4.
What makes it nice?
Number 4, Pernil Harder. Pernil Harder,
I'm going with Open Championship golfer.
Open Championship golfer. And Joey,
Made up.
made up. Nice guess. Both of you are wrong. It is she plays for Denmark. Her name is Pernil Harder. Denmark. She plays for Chelsea, and she is the Danish leading scorer.
They should all be paid a lot.
Okay.
I've heard of
Pernil.
Pernell.
I
Pernil.
looked up
P-
Alex
Dad, know
Poop,
what you're
and now I
doing?
need to restart my computer.
Yeah, Alex Poop. I want to poop. Chrissy Stipe said, I want to poop jersey. All right, are you ready?
I'm definitely.
Seamus O'Shag Hennessy. Seamus O'Shag Hennessy.
I mean, it's gotta be Open Championship.
open.
It's over in the islands.
It's made up. Seamus O'Shag Hennessy is made up.
all right.
All right, how about this one? Aki Stridham.
Soccer.
Aki Stridham.
Stridham.
Strider.
I'm going with
Aki Stridham.
soccer player.
Damn near rector.
You guys are wrong again. Aki Stridham is a golfer from South Africa, number 161 in the world. Tees off at 9:15 tomorrow.
I'm not very good at this game.
We are not. All right, last one.
It's okay. It's okay.
Last one. Khadija, nicknamed Bunny Shaw.
I mean, I'm hoping the World Cup.
Khadija Bunny Shaw is the nickname.
Yeah, it's World Cup.
She plays for Jamaica and Man City, and she's arguably the best player in the whole tournament.
Well, don't tell Rodman's kid.
Last one. Trinity Rodman is not even close. There's only 2 Americans in the top 25, Alex Morgan and I forget. Mike, maybe look that up. Last one. And probably
Are we favored?
yeah, I'll tell you that in a second. Alex Putelis. There's Cookie. There's Bunny, by the
We're going
way.
with Open Championship.
Alex Putelis.
Teeing off the hour of 11.
Alex Putelis is the best player in the entire women's tournament. Look her up.
Oh shoot!
She plays for Spain. She plays for FC Barcelona. She is the 2-time Ballon d'Or winner. You know what that means?
Are you guys excited for World Women's?
I actually am.
I am.
So the U.S. So back to your question: are we favored? I think it's us and Spain and Germany, but we are not resounding favorites.
Oh, I thought Canada was up there too.
Canada is as well.
Yeah.
I think everyone's like plus 200 if you do that. But Spain is good, Germany's good, we are good.
I think I'm going to lock in.
Oh, did I lose a lot of viewers? Damn,
We're
man.
down to 700.
I'm sorry.
I'm going to lock in.
Hey,
I'm going to get in.
Okay,
That's my bid.
You got one more or not?
No, that's it.
Oh, that was it? Okay. That was good timing.
Sticking to it.
Another sponsor for us, JoJo?
Sure. Show of hands. How many people have had their insurance premiums skyrocket this year? Well, I recently made the switch to Corey
My hand was
Nicastro
up.
with Atkinson Insurance and was able to lower both my home and auto while increasing my coverage. Give them a call for a personalized quote at 703-705-7525.
Giving away the digits.
Better coverage, lower premiums, and a personal touch. Corey Nicastro with Atkinson Insurance.
Nice.
We have some of our viewers asking for topics. One of them is, are we going to discuss that Al Pacino had a child at age 83?
I mean, yeah, we were talking about
And De Niro as well, right?
Yeah.
so we were talking about people in movie roles that are 24 years apart, but they're not actually creating Spawns.
Yeah.
50 years you're young, elder. 60 years you're old, or whatever. How that
But isn't that a formality? Isn't it just, I want to have Robert De Niro's kid?
Just
So,
planting the seed.
right. I mean, come on. You can figure that out in
Yeah.
a variety of ways, right?
Yeah.
My question is what kind of father is Robert De Niro going to be at age 83?
it's not.
You think he's going to like change diapers and
Yeah,
stuff?
No, I mean,
They're going to be sharing the same breakfast, oatmeal.
so if you were,
Maybe it's like pureed carrots.
when they're teenagers, you're like, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't begrudge them for doing
What
it.
do you mean when they're teenagers? He's 83 years old.
That's what I mean. When they're teenagers, they'll be like 96.
He's not going to live that
he's
long.
Or
dead.
dead.
Whoa! You don't know this.
Does anybody have him in the pool?
Which one?
Can we bring that up on the show?
We could probably talk about that. I mean, it's
It might be in bad form.
okay.
Does anybody think
Would
what
any,
they're
of
doing
our,
is
would any of
wrong?
our 9 trillion listeners be offended if we talked about a death pool?
It's consenting adults, but are what they
That
doing
does sound a little
wrong?
serious.
Like, I don't. It's almost like a
there's-
form of. I mean, it's just a woman
It's
setting
not-
herself up for life.
Yeah, it's
You can't
never-
imagine there's like true love.
Ricky Hitter said, hey, Al Pacino goes, hey, Vito, come wipe this bottom.
No doubt. My problem is
Well played, Ricky. Well played.
I think everybody knows there's no way you go into this situation without knowing what the deal is from either side of it.
Yeah.
So I think when both people go in, it's so consenting, it's ridiculous.
How many
Like
kids?
the 20-some
How
year
many
old
kids does he
knows-
have?
I have no,
Yeah, I don't know either that.
but the 20-something-year-olds that go into that know what they're getting into, and the 80-year-olds know what they're getting into.
But again, how does that,
Part of my
how is that
inheritance.
conversation? I want to have your child, even though you're 83. Like
I imagine it's like, when you
Alex Nigel said, it's a business decision, right?
Yeah.
I don't.
it's almost the same equivalent of going to Backpage in 2005 and just finding a prostitute. In my mind, these girls are just whoring themselves off to have money for the rest of their lives.
What? What are you?
They're not in love with these men in any way. They just want clout and money,
What? Hold on.
right?
Will you take this, please?
I completely disagree with that. There's no.
Which gold digger is in love
So I'm going to tell you
in
one
this
thing.
situation?
If Al Pacino or Robert De Niro approached me, I would seriously consider it.
At 80,
What, having their
They're not
child?
having his kids,
his dentures fall
but
out.
maybe being his
Are
male
you
partner.
kidding me?
They are two really cool guys. I mean,
You
Hold
are
on.
nuts.
Hey,
There's
when
no
you
maybe
have-
you, but a 25-year-old
There
female
be-
has no idea.
there could
who they
def-
are.
I mean,
Right, so,
it would
but,
just be a bromance.
Mitch, tell me the analogy between Backpage is just that,
Oh, because I think the women are basically prostitutes.
but they're not.
They're gold diggers.
It's not about the sex. You think Robert De Niro
no.
really?
It's about the sex for him, and then
Is it really?
And in
At
exchange,
83?
well, no, it's not the sex. It's having your legacy go on with kids,
which is different than
you're
a
paying
prostitute.
Well, I guess
You want somebody to give you have
A
your
baby.
child.
Sure.
I mean, come on, man.
I mean, the baby just happens.
Alex Marshall's like, oh, hey, how about that rain last night?
Right, aren't
It
they?
was crazy.
Robert De Niro has 7 kids.
He has 7. How many
7?
boys?
Anybody want to guess the eldest age?
70,
31.
71.
50.
He has a 50-year-old son.
51.
And he's going to have,
Daughter.
that means he's got grandkids
And
older than
his-
this kid.
and
Nothing wrong with
He's
that.
got
His youngest pre-baby
They're not pedophiles.
is 24.
Shut up.
so that's
6 kids
What
between
that's
51
like-
and 24.
Is that like not an abomination to your legacy, though? Thank you for the topic,
Apparently
Ashley.
not. Apparently not in any way. And when I bring it up, everyone's like, "Oh, it's raining outside."
No, you went to Backpage, dude. You went a whole
Well,
different.
that's what they are. I ain't saying.
Let's
to
talk
you,
about
hey,
our boy Theo.
Kanye West had it right. Right.
I think we should switch
Meanwhile,
gears
Al
to our
Pacino
boy.
has 4.
Well, you know what? Pacino needs to.
Joey's got dad
Keep that
jokes. So we'll
legacy
save
going.
them.
Just speaking of Kanye, do you guys any idea how Kanye likes his eggs?
No.
Over Yeezy.
Save it. Save it for the dad jokes.
I had to bring that up with Kanye. It was so good.
So listen, tell us if you're watching the show because we have to. We're dying to go. What's Theo's last? Who's the comedian? that
Theo
we like?
Vaughn.
We're trying to go see Theo Vaughn at Constitution Hall. If anybody's seen him, let us know. If anybody's seen great comic shows, we're dying to go see Theo. Kind of led us to our Chat GPT segment of the
And
show.
if you don't know who Theo Vaughn is, I'm going to give you a quick tip. Go to YouTube and just type in Theo Vaughn, Cinnamon Wilson.
It could be the funniest skit.
Yeah, Theo Vaughn has one of the top 15 podcasts in the world on Spotify. I mean, on YouTube. Stand-up
I didn't
comedian.
realize
He's
that.
amazing.
I didn't realize he had a podcast.
Oh, his podcast.
It doesn't touch us, right? From a viewership.
No. I mean, he's right below our podcast.
Yeah.
But his podcast is fantastic. Him and another comedian, Bobby Lee, did a podcast for a long time. Comedy's kind of having a resurgence right now, like big time, especially with the podcast. And the top podcasters are comedians like Joe Rogan and stuff. And they bring on
Joe Rogan's not a comedian.
Joe Rogan has been a stand-up comedian since like 1990.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
I just know he did. I know he did USA, all that stuff.
So he champions
Everybody
comedians.
for Theo Vaughn.
Yeah. So Theo Vaughn and him, and he has the number one podcast in the world by far.
Joe Rogan.
Theo Vaughn and him did like back-to-back podcasts where Joe was a guest on his show, and this was recently, and it like broke records. For
Theo Vaughn was like the Ed McMahon with.
But he is as funny as it gets, and like he has his Netflix special, and if you listen to him, he hates that special. So but he's so good. If you can go to Netflix, watch his specials, go to YouTube, watch his specials. But I would go and watch his shows on YouTube. And he's been in a lot of controversy lately.
Theo Vaughn has?
Yeah, he's two of his podcasts have been demonic. I'm telling you, he is huge. I mean, he is as silly as it gets, but he's also very thoughtful, very smart.
Yeah.
And he sounds like a hillbilly, but he's not. And
Where's he from?
He had Robert Kennedy Jr. on, and he had Roseanne Barr on, and both of those got him in trouble.
Yeah.
And to the point where Robert Kennedy Jr. said, like, Theo sent him the most thoughtful text and said, "I love you, man, and we don't really talk about that stuff, but I'm going to lose my livelihood if you're on again." And like Robert Kennedy Jr. was like, "Fine, we don't have to do this until I'm not running for president."
So who would you say is the best stand-up comedian of all time?
Sure.
Richard Pryor.
I would vote there. I would think Eddie Murphy in his prime was pretty good too. But does that kind of lead us to our Chat GPT?
I mean,
nice, Michael.
I think you would have George Carlin.
All right, so hold on. We do this once a show, and we usually lean on the AI version. This is the AI top 10. I think we established this back to the Doors were the most overrated bands. This is not accurate.
Okay.
So
it's if you've heard if you got interrupted with the Twitter a couple weeks ago with the Elon scraping thing. So what the scraping is this Chat GPT and this AI just takes a bunch of information and stuff from these various websites. So this is just whatever's the populist opinion
It's just
of the time.
It scans all of the internet.
So that's good on the list, and we can have a discussion.
All right, number 10. Go ahead, Michael.
Just gonna go straight there.
According to Chat GPT.
Louis C.K.
Love it.
I love
So we
that.
got some people already giving Louis C.K. some votes.
I love that.
Louis C.K. and Resurgence is amazing. He was definitely in the Me Too cancel movement. He got in a lot of trouble, he's by far one of the best stand-ups that has ever.
I loved his show.
Yeah.
What?
His show is amazing. If you have girls, little girls, oh my God. And they're probably the same age as your girls now because the show was in like 2009 to 14. Yeah. It's amazing, and it was one of the most poignant and well-written shows ever. And he did everything on the show.
What did he get in trouble for? I think he was
now it's been consenting adults, but he had a weird fetish.
Okay, I actually,
but what he's
what
he's in trouble for is most of these women were younger comics, so they were basically saying what they call it clout shaming, or he was using his clout, which he's apologized for, and he's tried to come back, and he's come back. He's back on the chat. That's from the web, so he's back.
Well, it could be that he's on the web because
there was a caveat
because he copulated in front of people.
He should be 3 or 4, but.
I wouldn't go that.
I think 10 is a great number.
He's pretty good.
I think 10.
By the way, Wesley Wolf just saying Theo in DC in October. I said we're all going.
Yeah, we're going.
Number 9. Where are we going next, brother? Dave Chappelle.
Way too low. I mean, it should be way higher.
Oh, he should be higher.
He should be way higher.
I would agree.
But yeah,
I
he's
put him in the
10.
top 6.
I would agree.
I put him in the top 3. He's for sure. He's one of my
I would
favorite.
put him in the
also
top
controversial.
5.
Yes. So when you're doing exactly with the ChatGPT thing,
you're getting the controversy with
right. That's why they're ranking down because he punches down supposedly.
Yeah, I mean, has anybody seen him? Have you ever seen him?
No, and he's from here.
Never
Yeah.
special, never lies.
So we're going to. I think we're going to David Roll. We're going to Rollins, his best friend. That's Chucky.
What?
All right.
On the Chappelle show.
Number 8.
Number 8.
Jerry Seinfeld.
I would have put him higher as well.
You
It should be
can't
higher.
argue with that.
I would have put him higher than
You
Chappelle.
can't. I think so too.
Yeah.
Well, he is higher than Chappelle, but I would put him.
Not for me.
For me, I put him 3 or 4.
So how about this? I had friends that have seen him. Bob Garrigan, who was on the show last week. They said he's riotous.
Oh yeah.
They said
I'm
it
sure.
is. I mean, everybody
We've
that's on
seen his
this
specials.
list
He's
is.
amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, but I would have more fun at a Chappelle show than a Seinfeld show.
I would agree with that. That's probably.
But that's
fair
his
statement.
personal.
Yeah.
Yeah, personal preference. How about number 7? Chris Rock.
Oh, should be way
Keep
higher.
your
Should
wife's,
be way higher.
Higher? You mean out of the top 10?
No, it should be lower on the list.
No, I disagree.
Are you kidding me?
I wouldn't put him in the top 10.
Are you? What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
I wouldn't put him in the top 10 either.
His 95 special was the biggest special of all time.
It was-
all time.
Okay. It was. I'm not gonna lie. That was one of my all-time favorite
No,
stand-ups.
wait a minute.
Are you
It's
kidding
not
me?
even close. Eddie Murphy Raw.
No, it's not.
That's not accurate.
I-
Mike, please look that up.
No, it is.
Mitch is spewing venom right now.
It is.
I do not think Chris Rock should be in the top 10.
Oh
Me
my
either.
God, you
I
guys
don't
are
think so.
nuts. You're nuts. Top 5, top 4.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah.
Easy.
Again,
Chappelle, him.
tell us
for
if
sure.
you guys
Wow.
agree. I don't.
He's better than Seinfeld.
All right. Yeah. Comment. Where would you put?
Yeah,
Chris Rock.
Let us know. Well,
Oh, God.
everybody chime in. We had a lot of
It's
people.
definitely
chime
better
in.
than Seinfeld.
Yeah, I don't. Like I said,
Really?
I don't know enough about his
Wow,
stuff.
man. In the,
There's
late,
so many better.
in the
comedians.
90s, are you kidding me? Okay.
Let's
Eddie
move on.
Murphy
Number
Raw.
6.
In terms of performances, Eddie Murphy Raw is number 1.
Eddie
Yeah.
Murphy Raw, number 1.
Original Kings of Comedy is number 2. Richard Pryor live on Sunset.
What are we?
Strip.
What,
Sunset
and what
Strip,
criteria, though? What are we?
Grossing.
Grossing what?
Grossing dollars.
But of what? Ratings? I'm saying he has the biggest rating special of all time, like most viewed.
I
Like
disagree
at
with
the
that.
time.
At the-
Oh, I'm telling you, it's big.
It is big, but it's nowhere. I saw the special on the making of that.
So
Okay,
wait a
if
minute.
it's not, it was the first. So
we just named 5 that grossed more money than
so what? So but what it was the comedies.
What it was.
Well, you know
Yeah.
you've heard about the comedy black hole from like '87 until when? Like Sam Kinison, they all bring it back. His was the first. Like the resurgence was in the '90s.
I watched the Netflix's documentary on that special.
That's
I watched
correct.
it. It's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah. All right, number 6. Bill Hicks.
One of the best comics that has ever lived. If you've ever seen him on Johnny Carson,
So I'm going to
It's
show
one of
I have no idea who Bill Hicks
Really?
is. Well, again,
Yeah.
that's me
So-
showing that I have ignorance in this area.
yeah,
I don't-
he is credited by other comics as being the influence. So yeah, I mean,
was he
But
on?
amazing.
Was he only on Johnny Carson?
no.
Ben?
Can I see it real quick?
Yeah.
Melvin Melvin Hicks, American stand-up comedian material encompassing a large range of social issues, including religion, politics, and philosophy. Controversial
couldn't be
and
on
often
our
steeped in
show.
dark comedy.
Can't be on our show if you do that. Joey, have you seen him? Do you know?
I know who he is.
do you know-
I've never seen him live.
Yeah, I'm not. I haven't seen many
He was
folks live.
deceased in 1994.
Yeah, he died.
Oh, okay.
Yep. If you put his picture up, you would know who he is. I'll show you.
I can, but I'm gonna move on.
No, carry on. Number 5. Joan Rivers.
Okay. I have no problem with that as 5.
I don't know. I don't know, man.
She's a trailblazer.
There are people. She is definitely a trailblazer. You're right about that.
And if I'm going on the Johnny Carson stuff, there's nobody that respected him more. Remember, this is Bill Hicks. Remember?
Right. Oh, I do remember him. Yeah,
he's
yeah.
an '80s
Yeah.
Yep.
icon.
You know what? I would be okay with Joan Rivers. I'm not sure I'd have her at 5.
Yeah,
I grew up watching her. She was absolutely hysterical.
Yeah.
I love her too. I love her too.
I think she's good. By the way,
I think everyone belongs in this top 10.
Joey, our viewership has quadrupled since my soccer talk.
It really has.
Yeah, almost 16,000 right now, which is fantastic. So, moving on, we're in the top 4. Number 4, Robin Williams, unequivocally
Rest in
yes.
peace.
I agree.
Yeah,
I couldn't agree more.
I'm gonna tell you the truth. I forgot about Robin Williams. I would absolutely put him at 4 now. I'm gonna change my list.
Oh, you got your list? You got
Yeah.
your own list? You
His
that why you stole
Broadway
my pen?
special is one of the greatest situations comedy I've ever seen.
Yeah, and then even back in when HBO would do the what was the special with Whoopi Goldberg, and Billy Crystal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's it?
That
What was
thing
it
was
called?
amazing. It wasn't
Yeah.
Live Aid. It was something.
No,
it was
comic
Relief.
Comic Relief.
He was
Yeah.
amazing. They'd have those cheesy white T-shirts on.
But
Yep.
but how about this? He was amazing. He was so tortured. Like you just,
Yeah.
I mean, the guy's a genius, but
I like that they're going here, and I'm hoping that a little Steve Martin jumps on here because there's no
Eddie Murphy has to be there, and
It's true, and Carlin has to be.
yeah.
Do some more research. And a lot of these
I got my-
comedians are all.
I would bump
Hold on.
Yeah.
Do you have your top three?
on my top 4, so I would bump Joan to 6, put Robin at 5. I put Robin at 4, so I've got a 5, 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
I don't have Joan. I mean, I never watched Joan Rivers when I was a kid.
I have 2. Okay, go ahead. I have my 1, 2, and 3 are still alive.
Number 3.
There, number 3.
Murphy.
I think I'd be okay with that.
Yeah.
I think.
It's gonna be like Pryor and Carlin.
Let me tell you something though. There's not many people who could tell you they didn't sit and watch Eddie Murphy Raw from start to finish. We watched it every weekend. I knew every line. I knew every.
I still have Eddie Murphy Comedian on vinyl.
Our age difference comes into play here because I was so young. So it was like
Yeah, that was like freshman year of college for
So for
Right.
me, it was just like we got to rent the video a couple years later.
Yeah.
that and the Dice
enjoy
Man.
it.
Although he doesn't have legs, Andrew Dice Clay.
Yeah. He was short and sweet. Although he's got a great little TikTok now where he just walks around New York.
Well, there's some.
Somebody told me that.
Yeah.
And he was also in Stars Born. He played.
Andrew Dice. Yeah, no, Andrew Dice Clay's web thing that he does is
It's hysterical.
hysterical.
What does he do?
He does Vox Pop. He walks around and he just asks people questions, and then he's just
Yeah.
and then half of them know who he is.
Or he'll
half of
walk
them
up to
don't
a
know who
guy
he is.
sitting on a park bench and he'll go, "Hey, so did you ask for the autograph, right?" And the guy's like, "Who the hell are you?" And he wears these giant sunglasses and his hood is over his head. It's hysterical.
It's and this wasn't even on this isn't even on the list. Like I went to like Reddit or whatever to find whatever they put their like top 20. But Sam Kinison is one of the best stand-up comics that has ever existed in this world. Like
correct.
so when you talk about people that
Do
are
you think Sam Kinnison's one too?
it was short-lived. So he might have one of the best specials of all time, one of the best 1 or 2 years runs of all time. But the aforementioned
Richard Pryor's got to be one.
But when you talk about, I'm talking about like legends. The first person to ever do stadium tours is Andrew Dice Clay. That's the first.
Eddie Murphy stadium tours was Raw.
No, Dice is the first that did.
Nobody
that did
ever
stadiums.
talks about Eddie
Yeah.
Murphy on SNL.
Yeah. So Dice was just
His
on.
range was everywhere.
What's that?
Eddie Murphy on SNL, he had range beyond.
Oh my god, dude! We can do the best Eddie
100%
Murphy
guys.
skits. Yeah.
Yeah. So Dice is the first stadium tour of any comedian, and he was as big as rock stars.
He
And
was.
then-
I
and then-
agree. That
and then-
that movie and
So for him not to be on the list is crazy. I guess the longevity of it, but
I mean, Steve Martin's
Holy
not on the
moly.
list.
that's nuts.
That's a shame.
That's nuts. If you kids, if you ever go to YouTube, there is a cool like 52-minute Steve Martin. Just go and see how great he was and why he's awesome.
My number 1 and 2 are still on the board.
Me too. Number 2,
Yep.
George Carlin. Amazing. I
Yep.
agree. Yeah, I've never seen him. I have friends that have seen him and say he's amazing.
Yeah.
Like it's
And
unbelievable.
number 1,
Number 1 has to be.
to nobody's surprise,
Dead.
Richard Pryor.
I remember listening to the old Rich. I listened to that on an album, the Richard Pryor album.
Yeah.
So good, man. So good.
But like
What about Bill Cosby though?
he's off.
I know that's you can't
got
say
canceled.
that.
He got
I know,
canceled.
I know, but
he was one of the he was one of the best. Like there's no question about it. I mean,
so how would we critique that list?
I like the 10 in there. I mean, I think you would where you could throw some people into that mix and they're not in there because of such acts
Yeah.
and stuff. Roseanne Barr was one of the best comedians that has ever existed
Yeah.
on this planet.
I agree.
And she was bigger than life itself.
I agree. I agree.
You know,
And Dice Man too. I mean,
Ellen DeGeneres was one of my favorite comedians of all time when I was a kid.
Yep.
It's just when the comedy resurgence happened in the early '90s, VH1 Spotlight and all those. What's her face from League of Their Own? It's annoying now, but
Yeah.
one of the best stand-ups that's ever lived.
she was in
Gina Davis.
Girls.
No. I'm talking about
You're thinking
controversial.
Annoying one.
See, Howard Stern hated her forever. Now they're friends again.
Nuts. She was
She was
in
like pig nose or something, right? He called her.
He called her pig nose.
She was in the movie Beautiful Girls too.
Yeah.
She did the whole scene of
God.
oh god.
There are so many good comedians. So
Somebody help us,
Rosie
please.
O'Donnell. Thank you,
Rosie
Lisa.
O'Donnell.
But
Thank you so much.
the modern ones around are unbelievable too. I mean, when you have Bert Kreischer, like Tom Segura,
Bill Burr.
Bill Burr,
Bill Burr, right?
I'm
I agree.
excited. End of this year, I get both Anthony Jeselnik and Jim Jeffries.
dude,
Nice.
I love Anthony Jeselnik.
My favorite
Pittsburgh
comedian
boy.
right now is Bill Burr, and number 2 right now is Nate Bargatze.
Bill Burr is so damn funny.
Nate Bargatze is amazing.
is absolutely hysterical. He's the best storyteller, one of the best storytellers I think that's ever been out there, except maybe Richard Pryor.
He does what because he majors
Or
in
Theo Vaughn.
Theo Vaughn's amazing
Yeah.
on stage. Nick Kroll is really, really good too.
Oh my god, is this
As-
Dawkins?
As Ricky Yoder stated,
Yes.
do yourself a favor. Go watch Robin Williams have the Scotch invented golf from
Oh my-
like the
it's
early
one
of his-
2000s.
one of his
It's the
funniest
best
bits.
5
How
minutes of
about,
comedy.
we got a lot of
you've
people saying Sacha Baron Cohen and Gallagher.
So
Sinbad.
yeah, sorry, Sinbad. No, there's no chance.
That was
I think
who
a guy,
was Sinbad? Hold on.
I
Hold
think a
on.
gentleman once he passes away.
Wesley Wolf said Sinbad.
Ricky Gervais will be in the top 15-10 when it's over. His comedy specials
Yeah.
are unreal.
Will Ferrell. We got a lot of
He
people
was
saying,
never really a stand-up though. He was always he was a method actor.
Right.
He was
He's a method actor.
in
What are
arts.
you talking about?
Will Ferrell got to start.
Oh, I
doing-
didn't call. I didn't say.
theater.
Did I say Will Ferrell?
Yeah.
Oh, I said Ricky
Right,
Gervais.
right.
Oh no, I'm talking about Will
Both
Ferrell.
right.
No, Will Ferrell was never a stand-up.
Oh
He
no,
was
no,
more
no.
of
Second City.
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Or was he Second City?
yeah.
Nice. Well, thank you, Mikey, for the Chat GPT legwork. Appreciate you.
Nate Bargatze is
Thanks
amazing.
to ChatGPT, my job is easy.
Love it.
Seinfeld's favorite comedian is Sebastian Maniscalco. That guy is amazing. He's never had he's on that. He has the movie with De Niro now, I think. You don't know who he is?
No,
Yeah.
the name's not ringing a bell.
Yep. John Mulaney is one of my favorite comedians. Writer for SNL.
Yep.
These guys are good. Comedy resurgence happening right now, baby.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Everybody's trying to get out of their basements again.
They are.
I think we got to bring it home with some dad jokes,
And Bert
JoJo.
Kreischer is killing,
Mhm.
right? With his
We watched
the
saw
machine.
Machine last weekend.
Is it good?
It was amazing.
Oh, it's hysterical.
I heard it was really good. I heard
It's
it was really
you
good.
have to really, really like Bert Kirshner to like the movie.
you like him so much you can't pronounce his name right.
I love some love for Rodney Dangerfield and like Don Rickles and that little because they were amazing too. There's so many comedians, right? Like how do you stop? Oh God, there we go.
Dad jokes. This is the this has been the cry from our fans. Bring it home with dad jokes.
Mitch, you might want to read that last one before you say it. It's one of my favorite jokes ever.
Who's starting? JoJo, you start us off.
I got it.
I'll start off with a little controversial one.
Okay.
Oh,
Do you want to hear my Nazi knock knock joke?
Yes.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Silence! I will ask the questions.
We just got canceled.
That's it. If you don't find the show moving forward. All right. Joe, did I tell you about my friend who went in for a colonoscopy last week?
No.
Absolutely wrecked him.
That was
Hey Jim,
Yes, Mitch.
what does a lesbian pirate with 2 peg legs say to her girlfriend?
Oh God, I can't wait to hear this. I don't know.
Scissor me timbers. Mitch Hedberg too. Just throw this back in there.
Go,
Mitch, all
Joe, I
together.
can't touch this.
what did the Mexican take? What did the Mexican take for anti-anxiety medication?
I don't know.
Oh no, sorry, I completely messed that up. Why did the Mexican take anti-anxiety medication? For Hispanic attacks.
Oh my God, Joey.
What do you call a T-Rex that sells guns?
A T-Rex that sells guns. What?
A small arms dealer.
You should have been holding it like this.
What do you call a T-Rex?
Hey, Mike, what do you get when you cross an angry sheep and an angry cow?
I don't know.
Moo?
Pretty much close.
Oh, that was close.
Two animals that are in a bad mood.
All right. Last round of dad jokes, and we sign off with Welcome to the
I
Jungle.
don't get mine.
What do you got, Joey?
My wife dressed up as a policewoman and told me I was under arrest under suspicion of being good in bed. After 2 minutes, all charges were dropped due to lack of evidence.
That's pretty good. Gentlemen, how would one go about finding Will Smith if you were looking for him in a blizzard?
Will Smith in a blizzard? No idea.
You would look for the Fresh Prince. Oh, that's good. And with that,
Shout out to my brother-in-law, Ian, who saw DJ Jazzy Jeff last night in Vegas. Here we go.
Mitch, bring us home.
What kind? This is the worst one. Hey, this is how Letterman did it, right? The worst joke for last. What kind of dog do ducks attack? A purebred.
Uh,
That's how Letterman ended the top 10.
I got two one-liners. to
Two
take us out.
one-liners.
It takes guts to be an organ donor.
That's true.
And lastly is you have to hand it to blind prostitutes.
Al Pacino
That's it.
knows all about them.
Thanks for joining us. We had a great